Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budokai, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu. And for those of you who don't know what that is the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. In today's video, I'm going to tackle a question that I got from an individual online. And to be honest, it's a question that I've already talked about a few times, but I thought I would address it from the specifics that he posted underneath one of my YouTube videos. And his question was, I had just bought the Bansenshukai. Now what? So this individual has been watching my videos for some times. He stated that he likes the stealth camps and he likes all the ninjutsu that we do and the principles and philosophies that I teach. And he wanted to buy some things to help his ninjutsu training. And he asked me, he said, you know, I just bought this book, and now what do I do? What do you think is the first thing I should do with it? Well, I've already made a video called How to Train with the Ancient Scrolls. And in that video, I do go over that particular topic from a different angle. Today, I'm going to go over that topic from this angle, from exactly what he's saying. Right now, I am going out and about. I'm running some errands. I have to ship some orders. The one thing I can say about the COVID-19, you know, this whole pandemic, you know, the DVDs and things like that, and downloads have done very well. So yeah, going to the post so I can ship some orders. So while I'm doing that, I thought I would kind of tackle some questions. I always give a shout out and an introduction to all of my new viewers, okay? So if you are a new viewer, okay, real quick, I am Christa Jacobson. I'm the headmistress of the Budokai, which means School of the Warrior Way. We teach the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai, so Koryu Ninjutsu, Koryu Bujutsu. We also have other focuses within our training, such as like reality-based self-defense, survival skills, weapon training and tactics, martial arts conditioning, martial arts theory and philosophy. So if those kind of subjects interest you in any way, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell. So this individual has purchased a book, and I want to start out by saying this, okay? Because I'm going to use a couple different analogies to explain my stance when it comes to purchasing scrolls, densho, you know, translations of scrolls, etc., as a ninjutsu practitioner, okay? To start with, all of those things, it doesn't matter what book. We're using the Bansenshukai as an example today, specifically because that was the message that was posted under one of my videos. However, I want to say that it doesn't matter the book. It doesn't have to be the Bansenshukai. It could be the Book of Five Rings. It could be the Hagakure. It could be the Art of War. Whatever book, you know, densho, scroll, ancient text, you know, it doesn't matter. My expression or my position on the use of them is still the same, okay? Those are supplements. They are not a substitute. Those are things you can buy as a supplement to your training. But the training is what is the most important. The reality of the whole thing is the most important aspect is training. You have to train. You train in the martial arts to acquire a specific set of skills. And you cannot get skills by reading a book. Okay, so this video is probably going to be a little lengthy because I'm going to use various different analogies to explain my position that I take on the acquisition of these various books, densho, translations, whatnot. Okay, so let me go ship these orders, and then I'll be back, and we're going to pick it up where we're leaving off right now. You know, power of the book. All right, just got back from there, and got my rubber gloves, and I'll put over here and clean up my door. the whole wear a mask thing. Tell you, whoo. It's also hot today, so putting all that on there is kind of a rough go, you know. Get your hand sanitizer. So many safety precautions nowadays, you know, with the coronavirus deal. But all right, so we left off on the book. Now I'm going to give you guys a couple examples on the book. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a little ride today, go for a little cruise and do this video for you guys. So like I said, it's going to be kind of lengthy, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And if you guys are in the ninja community, right, Ninjutsu community, it might help you guys out with your training, a different way of looking at things, you know, because I think there's a difference between the actual ninjutsu community and then you have the online ninjutsu community, and those are not the same thing. And I think that a lot of times the people who only, their whole business or their whole world is ninjutsu online, that I think they feel like that is the ninjutsu community, and that is not the ninjutsu community, like, at all. So I'm going to try to explain this in a way that helps the ninjutsu community, not just the, you know, the keyboard warriors and the, you know, that kind of shit that's all over the internet. So we talked about books. Now, for me to give you an example about the books, let's using the example of the Bansenshukai, the Bible, right? The actual Christian. I'm not a Christian, but we're going to use Christianity and the Bible as an example. There are lots of people who have bought the Bible. There are millions of people all over the world that have a Bible in their house, and they claim to be a Christian. Meanwhile, they don't know shit about what's actually in it other than a few of the more common verses that people say. They don't practice Christianity. Their whole lifestyle and attitude and the way they treat people and judge people and hateful and all this shit, you know, their actions actually would tell you that they're not a Christian. You know, I mean, in the damn book it says thou shalt not judge, something like that. They're judgmental asses all the damn time. They feel that they are correct and they are true because they have a book and they say they're a Christian. All right, well, in the online and ninjutsu community, there are people that are very similar. They feel that what they're doing is real ninjutsu because they invested $12.95 on Amazon, you know, and now they have the secrets. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking, I know. I'm trying to not be too much of a bitch here, but let's be honest. You know, then there's some people, it's like, ooh, I have, you know, the Bansenshukai, the Ninpuden, and the Shoninki. All right, so you've invested 30 bucks, 40 bucks, and now you have, right, you're authentic. Well, that's not true. That's absolutely just not true. You have 3 books. Kind of like the Bansenshukai seen as the Bible of ninjutsu. Okay, well, the Christian Bible is it's the handbook for people that claim to be a Christian. But going to the church and doing worship and practicing the principles and strategies and philosophies of Christianity is what makes you a good Christian. Not Bible thumping, not taking a book and smacking people with it and judging, being hurtful as shit. So just because you have the book, if you don't have the skills to back up the knowledge that's in that book is worthless. So to you guys who are watching this, just because you have a book, and we're using the Bansenshukai as an example, but it could be any book. It could be the Book of 5 Rings. I mean, I don't really give a shit. I want to make sure we're clear here. This is me knocking on that book. You know, because this is going to be kind of an in-yo thing. It's almost like you're going to hear me say one thing, and then by the end of the video, you're going to kind of see me. This is why I'm saying it's going to be kind of long. So I want to make sure I covering every bit of these things here, right? Because this is kind of a dynamic and a very deep question. Right, because you would also, one side of the coin would also argue with them, why the heck, if the books aren't that important, you know, why would they write scrolls and Densho and they would be so treasured and passed on from one generation to the next? And that side has a very huge argument, you know. So that's what I mean. This is gonna be kind of an in-depth little thing. This isn't a clean cut kind of an answer. No matter how you want to look at it, regardless of how ancient the scripture is, it is a supplement to the training. It's a supplement to the practice. That's what that is. It's a way for you to acquire knowledge. Anyone in any of the Koryu martial arts, regardless whether it's ninjutsu or bujutsu or kobujutsu or jujutsu, taijutsu, kenjutsu, yaijutsu, whatever, you would know that there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Now, earlier you heard me say it is a supplement, it's not a substitute. So we're going to talk about that. Now, this time, instead of looking at it from the book perspective, we're going to look at it from a supplement perspective, and I'm going to use a different analogy. This analogy, I want you guys to think about bodybuilding or strength training or athletic training. Very well documented, everyone knows this. Before I started the Budokai back in 2004, I owned a health club. I was a personal trainer. I helped train competitive bodybuilding. I'm very competitive. I love the working out. I love pushing my body to extremes to make my body be able to do something the average Joe can't do. And that right there is why I'm so hard set against these fat, overweight, out of shape ninjutsu masters, you know, that, you know, I'm a master of the martial art. You're fucking lying. You know, you're making your body a weapon, and you're overweight and out of shape. You're not a master of the martial arts. You just practice techniques. There's a big fucking difference. Or you get these skinny, underweight, malnutrition, tapeworm having, bulimic, no strength. They couldn't do 10 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. It's just ridiculous that 90% of the martial arts community, 90% of all martial arts are all of them are populated by people who cannot physically do what they're trained to doing. And that includes the teachers. I've had people come into this organization and they want to run schools and they run groups and all this shit, and they leave because they can't fucking hack the training. I'm gonna be goddamned if I have people come in here and they can't do what I'm asking them to do. I don't give a shit if people say, oh, I'm extreme and crazy. And no, you're training your body to be a fucking weapon. You're training your body to be able to withstand an extremely intense, violent attack. And you think doing yoga 3 times a fucking week, moving slower than cat shit, never getting punched in the fucking face, you know, never getting a bruise, and you're all of a sudden going to be really good at fucking combat? That is stupid. I've even closed down schools. I've literally closed down Budokai schools because the people that were running the schools at that time were not living up to the fucking standard that I set, that I expect. So I told them, we're done. Close it, go do some other shit. We're done. Because I'm not going to allow anybody wear the patch, the Budokai patch, and not have a fucking skill set, not have the heart to actually physically fucking train. I refuse. And I know a lot of people say, well, you know, that's kind of bad on business. It is bad for business. Business is open up as many schools as possible, make it fucking easy. You know, little Bobby gets a fucking black belt, and look at him go. That's the best for business. I don't give a shit about that. My business is fine. I firmly believe my destiny in life is to teach authentic ninjutsu, true ninjutsu, true bujutsu, and give those skills to the people who want them. That is what my purpose on life is for. And my purpose in life is not to have a great business. My purpose in life is not to make a lot of money. I don't fucking care. So I make enough money to pay my bills, I'm good. Here comes next month. Let's go again. And as long as I'm doing what I'm doing right now, I'm happy. And I am training people the way that they need to be trained in this art. And most major ninjutsu organizations cannot say that. They don't give a fuck. They got these out of shape, overweight, underweight, pathetic little fucking keyboard warriors, big fucking mouth know-it-alls. They know everything because they got all these fucking books. They got a goddamn library card and an Amazon book collection, and they know everything, but they can't do shit. And that's the problem with the majority of the ninjutsu community. When we're dealing with martial arts, you have to understand what those things are. The books, the scrolls, the densho are supplements, okay? So when I make the statement, the Budokai has its focus on training, that is absolute. And I'm going to talk about different ninjutsu schools at the end of this video. I'll make sure I'll explain why I'm saying that, because that does separate from other ninjutsu schools or study groups or whatever. And that's not me taking a shot. I'm just going to say it like it is. I mean, you know, it is what it is. People can choose what the fuck they want to do, you know. It's like religion. You can choose whatever religion you want, but they're not all the same thing. You know, I mean, it's just, That is the truth. And there's nothing wrong with saying that this religion is different from this religion because of this, right? And that's not someone making fun of the other religion. So I'm going to be pro me, but I'm not going to dog the other organizations. But at the end of this, I'll explain why we're different from the other organizations. Getting back on topic with the supplement, understanding that I was a personal trainer and I love the physical training, the physical conditioning, training your body to be able to do certain things that the average Joe can't do, which is what martial arts should be. It's not anymore, should be. I really enjoy that aspect, you know, being able to acquire a physical skill set that nobody else can do. That's why you see our schools do all the climbing exercises and all this shit all the time, all those camps, because nobody else does it. They just talk about it in the fucking book. Anyway, get back on track. The point is, these are supplements. When you're in bodybuilding, strength training, athletic competition, or athletic training, you have 3 main facets. Now, of course, there are 5 facets. There are 5, but I'm not gonna talk about all 5 facets of training. I'm gonna talk about the 3 main facets of training. And that is training, the actual physical training. Number 2 is nutrition, what you have to take in to give you the nutrition and the fuel so that you can do the training. And the 3rd one is supplementation. So if you're a bodybuilder or a strength competitor, and those are things I really like watching, those I like competing, I like the strength training and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you guys watch bodybuilding, you know, maybe you guys watch the strongman competitions with Brian Shaw and, you know, Eddie Hole and all that group, right? Maybe you guys watch all that, I don't know. But when you look at it, first and foremost, you have to fucking train. If you don't train, you can't do bodybuilding. If you don't train, you cannot do strength training. If you do not train in football or basketball or baseball or MMA or jiu-jitsu or whatever, if you don't train in whatever skill set it is, physically fucking train, then you cannot do it. You cannot get that skill by reading a book. So first and foremost, it is training. And the Budo-ryukai, first and foremost, is the training of our 7 traditions. And that statement is going to make more impact later on in the video. But first and foremost is the training and study and mastery of the 7 traditions of this organization. Now, when you are doing bodybuilding or whatever you're doing, you're lifting the weights, you're doing the drills, you're conditioning your body to do what you need to do, you're practicing the techniques, you're practicing the kata, the waza, whatever you're doing, boxing, kickboxing, karate, whatever. You're doing your techniques, you're doing your training, the physical conditioning, the cardiovascular conditioning, skin and bone conditioning, all this shit. There's that. You have to have proper nutrition to be able to back up the training that you're doing. So that comes down in bodybuilding. There's your food. That's your proteins, your fats, your carbohydrates. Now, when you are doing bodybuilding, not everybody can get everything they need, depending on what level of athlete they are. If you're at a high level, you're probably not going to get everything you need from nutrition alone. You are going to have to supplement, whether that's even basic supplements such as amino acids, protein powder, creatine, meal replacements, maybe a pre-workout shake, whatever it is, right? You're going to have supplements in some degree to supplement your nutrition to give you what you need for the training. So when you're doing martial arts, the physical training is the training. That's the physical training. You have to have correct nutrition or something that you ingest, you take in to help fuel that training. That's where you get into, in traditional martial arts or in Koryu, that's where you get kata or waza or kuden or hiden, yeah, or the history and tradition, right? That is what fuels the training of the martial arts. The supplements gives an added little boost to the nutrition. So if you're studying ninjutsu, right? Let's say you're in the Budo-ryukai, the ninjutsu, the main ninjutsu tradition here is Tomo-ryu. So if you're in the Budo-ryukai, the main study, the main understanding of ninjutsu is going to come from Tomo-ryu Shinobi Jutsu. So you're doing the training, you're doing the 7 traditions, you're training, you're doing the physical things, which is the calisthenics, the hojo and do, the punching the bag, the kicking the bag, the throws, the grappling, the sparring, all this kind of stuff, the drawing the sword, working with the weapons, working your concealed carry, whether it's, you know, an edged weapon, a firearm, you're working your self-defense, your Goshin Jutsu, you're doing all this shit. Then you got to study the kata, the old classical kata that's been passed down, right? And that gives you a deeper look into the skill set that you have. So you get kata, you get waza, you get all these kind of things, yep. And that gives you a deeper understanding of the basic physical skill of punching a fucking bag. Because the skill set is the most basic bottom line. So am I saying that the Bansenshukai or the Nimpuden or the Shoninki or the Book of Five Rings or the Art of War or the Hagakure or any of these books, these real common books that are passed around in the Ninjutsu community, am I saying that you should not have them? No, I'm not saying that. I am saying you should have them. I think supplements are a good thing. So yes, I definitely think if you're in the Koryu community and the Ninjutsu community, then yes, I think that having those supplements will aid your nutrition, which is the study of the martial arts, which will help fuel your physical training, which is the most important part, okay? But they are a supplement, and they are not, if you put them on level of what's the most important is the training. Second is the study of the arts. The third is the supplement. So if you want to put them as a 1, 2, 3, they're definitely on the bottom of the list. However, I do think that they're on the list. So yes, I do think you should have those supplements and those things that you supplement your training and understanding and knowledge with, but they are not as important as the physical training, and it's not as important as the understanding and study of the traditional martial arts of what you're doing. So you can study karate or aikido or kendo or whatever the hell you're studying. I don't care. But the study of that art is more important than the book you buy. So then it comes down to these different categories in the ninjutsu community, which this is fucking ridiculous. But let me, for a basic generic overview for this one. So you've got, I'm openly a pagan. You guys know I'm a pagan. I'm a witch. I practice magic and energy and all this kind of stuff, right? And I believe in chakra and energy and all that stuff. It does make up a big part of who I am. So when you look at ancient witchcraft, right? Witchcraft in itself, for the getting down to the nuts and bolts, away from the bullshit, away from the hoopla and all that, the hysteria and the fear and all this. They were doctors. They were people that would go and they would heal you with various herbs, various medicines. They knew the herbology, natural medicine, different plants. They knew how to make medicine. They knew how to heal. They were healing. That's what they did. And then some of it was very esoteric, and some of it had a lot of medicinal properties based on the plants and things like that. But that's what they did. They were doing something to have an outcome for something else. Okay, so it wasn't just they were practicing this esoteric thing. They were also having to come up with a physical result in the physical world. During this time of the witches and the witchcraft and dating back, whenever you want to go, we're going back here. I want you to paint your own picture. Ancient witch days, right? There were also a group of people called the alchemists. They were into alchemy. We're going to call this science. They don't give a shit about the esoteric practice. They were not healers. They didn't really care about healing people. They weren't trying to interact with people. They didn't give a shit about magic. They didn't care about the esoteric. They didn't care. All they wanted to do is they wanted to see how they could use science to create an outcome, you know, like the sorcerer's stone kind of thing, right? Change, you know, something into gold, or how they can do what makes this to this, and da da da. So, you know, you could honestly say alchemists kind of turned into scientists. A lot of people like to make that analogy. They didn't really give two shits about all the rest of it. They didn't fucking care. All they cared about was facts. These, like the table of, you know, facts, right? So then you have the witches, who they had to understand basic science to a certain degree, because they needed to create an outcome. Someone was telling them, I need you to heal me. So they needed to know the proper herbs and plants and medicines to help heal, But they also understood that those different plants and medicines and natural medicines was given to us by the gods, and they wanted to make sure that they gave thanks to the gods. So it wasn't just knowing the science behind it, was also being in connection to nature and healing people and passing that on to the next, their coven or group or whatever. Alchemists didn't give a shit. They wanted the science. Also, during this time, there's another group that people tend to think is part of the witchcraft craze, and it's not. And but I am going to use the word, sometimes people use it, folk magic. And people think folk magic. Now, sometimes there is folk magic practiced by witches and by the ancient, healers of the time. That is true. But there were many people who were into folk magic. That was not a witch. That was not into healing people. And nor they were not alchemists at all either. They just believed in the folk magic. Witchcraft would be coming out, like, give you guys an example. Like, a witch would use witchcraft and cast a spell, make some sort of, boil something up, and would create a medicine to heal someone's cold or stuffy nose or headache or fever or something. And they would use, white willow bark, which now we know you can get aspirin from a derivative of that. And they would create this concoction using natural methods to heal them and give a spell and give thanks to the gods and etc. The alchemist would look at that and be like, no, the only thing that matters is the white willow bark, because if you take the active ingredient from white willow bark, we can make aspirin, so fuck all the rest of it, aspirin is what matters. But then the folk magic people, folk magic, I'm not trying to say that, here in a minute, you'll get my analogy. Folk magic was people that's like, okay, when you sit down, you need to make sure that you throw salt over your left shoulder to have a good meal. Or if you see 3 birds fly out of off the land at the same time, that means it's going to rain. Or make sure that when if 3 things happen in succession and they're all the same color, that's a danger. 3 feathers pointed the same direction could mean you're going to die of a heart attack that day. So, get your death certificate ready, kind of thing. Like, that's folk magic. It's not in the realm of anything. Folk magic has zero to do with the science or the alchemy, the science of anything. There's no scientific connection, and it has very little. You got to stretch to get it to touch to witchcraft. But witchcraft, in its essence, has to have a physical change in the physical world, where folk magic generally doesn't. It's usually based on superstition. Now you're like, what the fuck does that have to do with ninjutsu or the Bansenshukai and the ninja community? Alright. There are people, to this individual's like, I bought the Bansenshukai, now what? What do you want to do with it? Are you the individual that's part of the alchemy group that wants to collect 100 fucking scrolls, and all they care about is what's on paper? It's like, I found this scroll says this is truth, and there's a difference between truth and fact. Truth is what you believe, fact is what you can prove. It is the truth that I enjoy wearing big black glasses. I like them, right? Because I like the old Aubrey Hepburn movies. It is the truth I enjoy wearing big black glasses. It is a fact that I wear big black glasses. Truth is what you believe. I enjoy it. Fact is what you prove. I'm wearing it. So the truth, when someone says I'm looking for the truth, well, you create your own truth. But facts, no matter where you are, facts do not change. Facts are facts. Fact is, it's black sunglasses. And the truth is, you can't prove whether I like wearing them or not. See what I'm saying? So, when you say, I bought the Bansenshukai, now what? Well, now you need to make a decision. Are you part of the alchemy group that's based in science, that the only thing they want to know is this is the time period, on this day, at this time, this happened, here's how they tied the breeches, here's what book it was, these are the only skills they did, this was the 6 tools of this, these were the 7 disguises, these are the 5 types of spies, bang, 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 and that's it. That's it. If it's in a book, it's real. If it's not in black and white, then they throw it out. They look at it as like, they're like alchemy, like alchemists towards a witch. It just does not interest them. They could give a shit less. It's not like now, does that mean they 100% discredit it? No, but they definitely don't put it on the same table. Then you get this side of the coin, folk magic. And I know that folk ninjutsu isn't really a good term, if you don't know what the fuck that is. But there are certain people, you're gonna hate me on this one. There are certain ninjutsu organizations that are really big into folk ninjutsu. Anyone in the Hanbu knows what I mean by that. The rest of the world maybe not, so I'm giving you guys a little insight. And all they care about is, oh, this tradition, there's an old story of so-and-so back in the 1100s, and he got his ass whooped, and he fled hundreds of miles and found some special thing, and he created this superior ninja art over everybody else, and they're also trained with this group that for some reason is like half of a country away, and they also trained this guy that was on the other side of the fucking country, and somehow this other dude on another fucking level was trained by them too, and how this was secretly passed all over a whole country when no phones, no mail, no internet, no nothing, you know, was even invented at this time, is, you know, right? I don't even comprehend that. And I'm a pretty esoteric person. But you got those people that are like that. They just believe the Cruisin. They believe that the truth is a fact. This group, facts are facts, and everything else needs to be put on a different table. This group, no, the truth is the facts, and the Cruisin, and the history, and the oral tradition, and the old stories. This is the most important. This is the gem of everything, and that's what they base it on. These old stories that has zero proof. So these guys are all proof, the alchemist, and then you got the folk magic that's all, you know, no proof, just because it's old and they believe that it's been passed down. They believe it's been passed down for hundreds of years, when, you know, in all reality, it could only be passed down for about 50 or 60 years, but they believe it because they were told it. So they believe it. So they're this group over here. The Budorukai, remember that witchcraft in the middle that I said, yeah, there's a little bit of that folky stuff, but they have to have something that has to give a physical outcome. Our organization is on that. So yes, I think studying the science of things is a good thing, but that doesn't override, right? That does not override the physical training and the study of the martial arts that you're studying. So here, studying the physical training of Budo Ninjutsu and the understanding and study of the 7 traditions, that's here. And yes, I think studying those scrolls, that's a good thing. That is a good supplement. You should understand those things, because if you have a scroll and that scroll contradicts the tradition that you believe to be true, then you are looking at the tradition wrong, or that tradition was never actually created in the time period that it is claimed to have been created. 100%, 100%, Tomoru 100% fits in Japanese history, Japanese tradition, and everything that we do is corroborated by the historical text, specifically text like the Bansenshukai. So 100%, where I cannot say that with every martial art that I have studied. So when someone says, I just bought the Bansenshukai, what do I do? Well, what you do is you need to figure out, what do you want to do with your study? Do you want to be on this historical, scientific, alchemy type research side? Then do that. Do you want to be in the training here? I'll tell you right now, if you don't want to do 100 push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and you're going to get fucking punched, you're going to get thrown to the fucking ground, I'm going to hit you with sticks, I'm going to expect you to step the fuck up, run up the goddamn walls, climb up the goddamn trees, I'm going to expect you to do physical fucking skills. And if you cannot do those skills, then you cannot do those skills. You don't get those skills from reading a book, and you don't get those skills by believing in some bullshit, some monkey jumping from one fucking tree, talked to a goddamn bird, picked up a fucking feather, and all of a sudden he's got the secret of a ninja tradition in Coca. I mean, it's like fucking not happening. So I don't give a shit what you believe, and I don't give a fuck what book you buy. If you don't have the physical fucking skills, then you don't have the skills. And this organization is based on training. Like I said, I've shut down schools because they can't fucking hack it. Or I just like, you fucking done. Fuck out. Because I'm going to be damned if I allow people to wear our patch over their heart and they can't physically do what I demand. I demand excellence. People tell you that I'm kind of crazy and the physical training is extreme and I'm a little nuts and it's got to be a certain way, and I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe they're not. But I demand excellence. And if you don't want to step up to that physical demand that I expect my students to do, then you're not going to make it here. I know there are people out there that do the no-touch martial arts. Okay, I've never learned it. I've never seen someone knock somebody out without touching them. The only way I've learned to be good, the way I've achieved the mastery that I have and the understanding that I have, is to physically push my fucking self to the extreme every fucking day. Everything. The history and tradition, the physicality, the understanding of the kata, the scrolls, the densho, everything. You have to submit to everything to understand it. And if you're not going to submit to it, then you're not going to understand it. You have to push your body to extremes to be able to do extreme things. And if you're not going to push your body to the extreme to do extreme things, then don't sit there and say, oh, I go to this martial arts school and look, me and my little boy, we got a black belt together and that's oh good, and that's all fucking well and good. There's nothing wrong with that if you're looking for a good time. But when someone guts you like a fucking fish and stabs you to death, then you know what? You need to haunt your teacher for being the fucking liar that he is. Because your teacher, regardless of the piece of shit, lying, backstabbing ass that he probably is, because he knows that a gun to your head or a knife to your throat is the most violent fucking thing you're going to deal with, and that piece of shit, money-driven fucking sellout wants to give you a fucking black belt because he wants money in his pocket, and he knows that the skills that he's teaching is shit, then you need to haunt his ass when you get fucking gutted like a fish because you thought you were training a martial art that's going to give you the ability to achieve physical things, excellence in the physical realm, and you didn't. You believed the fucking folk story of the goddamn feathers on the ground, and you thought believing in that shit and practicing that shit is going to stop that knife from gutting you like a fish. Unfortunately, that bullshit isn't going to happen. Not going to happen. So I stand against all that bullshit, and there's not a book in the world. I get, as a transgendered woman, married to a woman of color that has mixed kids, and I'm a witch, I get fucking people hitting me with a Bible every fucking day on every fucking means of social media in my life. And you can't tell me that because you bought a book, Bansenshukai, Book of Five Rings, Art of War, that because you bought a book that you now have this bestowed wisdom. When I get these people who claim to be Christians every day and they're nothing but a bunch of hateful, racist, sexist, prejudiced bigots that's the most judgmental asses I've ever seen in my life. So you have to determine, what are you going to do with that book? Not me. Asking me that question is irrelevant. What are you going to do with it? I feel that that book is a good book, and you can learn a lot of great things from it, and it's a supplement to training. But I feel that the training is what's most important. Miyamoto Musashi says it. He said the way is in training. And I deeply, deeply agree with that. The way is in training. If you're not training and you're not doing what it takes to get the physical skills to protect yourself and the ones you love in an extreme, violent situation, then you are not training in martial arts. Martial arts, martial meaning war or warrior, arts are the techniques and arts of the warrior of war. If you're not training to be able to protect yourself and do what you need to do in a situation where your life is on the line, then you are not training to do what you need to do when your life is on the line. And that is the fault of your instructor, because you are the one that went out looking for the arts. You were looking for an instructor. You chose whatever instructor you choose, and they could be failing you. And just because you have a good friend, that friendship isn't going to save your ass either. That is a fact. That isn't the truth. That is a fucking fact. There is no friendship that's going to stop a blade from cutting you or a bullet from killing you. There is no folk tale, no relationship no martial art belt membership fee in an organization or book that's going to stop an aggressor from killing you if they want to. It's your skills. So here at the Budo Ryukai, the reason I do what we do is because I feel that all these people that like, oh, we do this, or we do this, or we do this, or we do this, I think they're all closed-minded. They're looking at it narrow-minded, very little view. I think all of it is good, and all of it has use, but you need to use it in which the use is meant to be. And a book is a supplement. So there's a big-ass fucking video for you guys. I'm going to let you guys go. Just pulled up at the house. And yeah, so if you guys are interested in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, please check out my website at www.budoryuninjutsu.com. There you can see a list of my schools, the philosophies and strategies and principles that we go by. If you don't live next to one of our schools and you still want to train with me after watching this big-ass video, then you can always join the Budo Ryukai online ninjutsu dojo. Again, links below. And that's at www.budoryuninjutsu.com. So thank you guys very much for your love and support. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, take care, be safe, and good luck in your journey of Budo. Bye.